Spartans for Christ, welcome back to the channel. Miss here. If you're a subscriber, welcome back. If you aren't, hit that subscribe button, and I hope you enjoy this video. This is a channel where us teens are just seeking after Christ and having fun while we're at it. So if you guys watched my Happy Easter video, you will know that I had a furry little guest, Rexy, the cutest bunny in the world, on that video. And today we have another guest here with us, although she's not as furry or cute, but she's okay. And this is our special guest.
Welcome to my channel.
Recently, I made a video about the 5 types of friends we all have, and today is going to be kind of a part 2, and we're going to be talking about how to be a good friend or know who your good friends are. And coming up at the top of the list, number 1 is communication. A good factor in a friendship is, are you communicating? But not only are you communicating, are you guys comfortable with communicating? Do you guys like reaching out? Do you reach out to them just to check how they are because you want to? Or is it more of a forced thing?
Communication also is one of the most important things in a friendship or relationship, for all the reasons she said.
Yeah.
That.
Kind of like know what page they're on. Know what's happening if communication.
And if it feels forced, then you probably should seek another kind of friendship.
It's not flowing. Communicate about why it's not flowing.
And then number 2, ready? You gotta be honest.
You gotta be honest why you guys aren't communicating.
Right. So honesty. If you don't feel something right in your heart and you can feel that it's weighing you down, you need to tell the person, because otherwise they won't know and they'll just keep hurting you, and you'll end up both getting hurt because of the honesty that's not being shared.
Yeah, and we can all agree passive-aggressive comments from our friends are like the worst, especially when you're in a group setting and you say something and they say something so passive-aggressive that the whole group can just like feel it.
And it's just like, okay, you want to say it then? Like, say it. You might as well.
Yeah, just call me out on it. I
want to call the elephant out in the room. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, and another thing is, if you guys are honest, then you should be able to trust each other. And I know that a lot of people talk about this, like, oh, I trust you, or I trust you. Well, the amount of trust you put in your friend and your friendship will show in how you treat them or how you feel when they are with others. Yes, a little bit of jealousy can happen sometimes just because you love your friend that much. But a lot of the times, when you are being jealous, there's 2 factors. 1, you got problems and you gotta fix yourself. Like, find out what is like that insecurity and fix yourself, because jealousy does no one good. Just stresses everyone out. And number 2, a lot of times when you're being jealous, it's because you don't trust that friend. Like, if Yvonne and I are hanging out over here and my friend is getting jealous of the fact that I'm hanging out with Yvonne and not her, well, that means that she doesn't have enough trust in our friendship or in me to know that just because I have other friends, that doesn't take away from our friendship.
Also, like, trust goes to an assurance that you know that if no matter how long you're away from that person, you still know that you have a connection, and you'll once you rejoin again, it'll be the same. Nothing will change. So trusting is very important also. And number 4, support. It's a simple one. Sometimes it often can go overlooked.
If you don't support your friend, then they're not going to come to you with things, especially big things in their life. Like, if I won a prize or something, and I know that Yvonne doesn't really care about that kind of stuff, and, like, in the past, she has not supported me in that, well, I'm not going to go to her, even if she's my best friend, because I know that she's not going to support me in this. So one big thing about support is, I'm not telling you to fake it, but when your friend texts you or calls you and they are hyped and they are doing that squealy little voice that you hate because they are so excited, match their excitement. Like, the worst thing is when you text your friend in all caps about something that just happened and they go, K. Like,
It just kills the vibe. You're like, oh, so I guess it's not important, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And not only does that make your friend feel like, oh, this isn't important, but then it also tells them, okay, next time something big happens in my life, you're the last person I'm coming to. And number 5, which is, we both agree, this kind of wraps it all together, is following the golden rule, guys.
Yes.
Treat others the way you want to be treated. And this goes to all of them. Like, if your friend isn't communicating with you, well, are you communicating with them? I feel like a lot of times it's, oh, like, you can get into the situation of you went through something bad and your friend wasn't there for you. So the moment they go through something bad, you think you can justify, oh, I don't have to be there for them. That's not how friendship works. You're the friend that you want them to be. You treat them the way you wish they would treat you. It can be hard sometimes, but that's ultimately what a friendship is.
Mm-hmm. And at the end of the day, no matter how bad they've hurt you or how many times they've said a certain thing, you're always gonna love them. So, and you're always gonna show that you trust them, you support them, you're honest with them, and you communicate with them. And if that's what you do, then you're not doing anything wrong. But if you see these signs in a friend or you see these signs in yourself, then I say pray about it and pray about your friendship, and it'll go from there.
Yeah, and I think one of the hardest things to do, and this was unscripted, but I think one of the hardest things to do is admit when a friendship is not good for you. Especially with some friendships where it's like, oh, we've been friends for years and we've gone through so much. Well, people change over time, and your nice, awesome, compassionate friend that supported you and everything might not love you and actually treat you the way that she used to, and now, you know, she might get mad at you, or he, you know, and you need to come to a point where you are able to say, okay, this isn't healthy for me, and to let that friend go.
Yeah. If it's not good for you, then you have to see what's good for yourself and what'll further you in God also. So if the friend is not, I guess, in the same spirit of mind, is that what you call it? Then I guess you guys won't relate as much.
Yeah.
And that's what I've seen in my life, because I've had ungodly friends, and it's harder to, I guess, keep the friendship because you're not seeing eye to eye, I guess is what I'd say. But
yeah. And again, just to kind of bring back a topic and a theme from part 1, ultimately we all want to have, you know, friends do fill a part of us, part of our heart. They make us warm and squishy on the inside. And friends are awesome, but always remember that no friend was ever meant to fill that void inside of you or to fill that longing that you have. The only one who can do that is Jesus. And you know what? He takes all of the good friend requirements and he, like, passes them, like, infinitely.
yes.
So yeah, seek him. He is the best friend you'll ever have. And also, one thing that I started doing when I was in middle school is, with those friendships, all your friendships, give them to God.
Right.
Like, he knows who's best for you. He knows, like, he knows what friend is going to stick by you no matter what. He knows what friends are building you up in him. So, even though it can be hard sometimes, especially with the friends that you know you shouldn't have, but really, one thing that I got into the tradition of doing, or the... Wow, now I can't think of my words. But one thing that I've done, and for years now, is pray and be like, okay, God, I surrender this to you. And actually, the hardest part of that prayer is saying, okay, God, the moment we start breaking each other down, cut it off.
And it's okay, also. It's okay to be upset about it. It's okay to feel those feelings. But also, don't hold on to it so long that it burdens you and it burdens the other person. Just let it go, give it to God, and all in all, He'll give you good people in your life.
Yeah. So guys, thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that little bell icon with a ding. I know it can get annoying, but and yeah, guys, comment below if you want to see this precious bunny over here back on the channel. And yeah, I'll see you guys in a bit. Signing off.
Bye.
Can I do this thing? Yeah, go.
Aren't putting in